What's good, YouTube? This is Admin Umbra back for another episode of Rocket Daily, and today, beautiful Rocket people, I am so excited to be here with the one, the only
Cobalt 314.
Very nice, and yes, Cobalt and I have been waiting to do this dual comm for the longest time.
For the longest time.
Absolutely, this was a really great battle that happened in one of the Rocket HQ streams. I remember right before this battle, I had seen Cobalt in a battle on Shofu's channel, I think the day before. So seeing his name, recognizing him, I was super hyped to battle a strong player. We both bought some cool teams. Cobalt, why don't you talk about your team a little bit?
Well, I decided to make a team around Mega Pincer because I like Mega Pincer, and yeah, I wanted to make a team around it. So I chose Clefable because I've tried those two together on Shota, and they seem to work really well. I run Black Kirim because, well, I like Black Kirim, and I'm not going to reveal the set yet. That's for later. That's for the end. Little surprise. And and I run Latios as well for a dual dragon strategy. Something. And I run Excadrill as my spinner and Deoxys defense as my hazard lead.
Very nice. And ladies and gentlemen, you all know and love this team. This is in fact the Charizard Y trapping team. This is actually one of the first battles I had with this team. And I was so excited when I saw Cobalt's team because he had the Deoxys. I was like, please lead with it so I can demonstrate the trapping capabilities. Let's go ahead and get this battle started. So, the buttons below this video, you see those little red circles. You can click those at any time to go to any of the links about Rocket HQ. If you like this team, be sure you click on the button with the triangle. That takes you to the Google Drive. You can use this team in your own Pokemon Showdown account. There's also the Prezi button right next to it. You can see an in-depth presentation on this team with all the videos this team is in linked to that Prezi. So, we do in fact lead as expected. Cobalt does lead with the Deoxys, which makes me very, very happy. I obviously lead with the Admiral Akbar going for my traps. I decided to fire spin him, really hoping he's going to go for hazards. I was a little wary of the T-Bolt, but I hoped that my Conqueror might ward that off. So he does in fact carry the red card. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
But I do get the red card.
Yep, and
red card
luckily, that actually brings me into my Conqueror, which almost every time this maneuver happens with the Deoxys, they do carry the red card. But I always just switch into Conqueror on the next turn, because Fire Spin allows me to trap your Hazard Setter-Upper, and then go for knockoff if it's Deoxys or Drain Punch if it's Tyranitar. And that way I get the Hazard Setter-Upper out of the game early to allow Charizard to sweep. So that is going as expected, and Cobalt is just making it rain spikes on my team right now. He's getting all the hazards up.
All the hazards. I just like to stay with my Deoxys, get all my hazards out, whether I die or not.
Gotcha. Excellent switch though on your part, getting initiative, going into a Latios. Even if I'm Assault Vest, I know I cannot take a hit. You're obviously 1,000 times faster. But this is what Jirachi is for. This is why we carry Jirachi. We're bulky, specially defensive. I doubt you're physical.
Psyshock is physical, technically.
It is. Indeed it is. But luckily, I was a little worried about the damage, but because it's not very effective, Jirachi still takes it insanely well. And this is exactly the type of matchup that I want to have. So I believe I actually go... No, it's because you stay in here. You go for a T-ball. Are you trying to get Paras on me?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Playing dirty. Not even bad. I can't complain. I do it too. I think anticipating perhaps a switch or... Oh, no. I wanted to scout for HP Fire. But the fact that you have Thunderbolt, I'm like, alright, I'm in the clear. There is no HP Fire. So now I want to T-Wave you. Now that I know I'm safe, I want to T-Wave you. I don't know if you're a brilliant mind reader, if you just want to hit me with that Earthquake.
Yeah,
you do go into the Excadrill, and it blocks my T-Wave, which makes me really sad. And right there's a crucial turn, because you do show the air balloon. But now, I can't stay in. I cannot stay in on your Excadrill, so I have to switch out. And let's see, what do you go for here, Cobalt? I think you went for an Earthquake. Yeah.
Try to take out the Jirachi.
You've got the air balloon, but what's the rest of your Excadrill set?
I have Earthquake, Rock Slide, Iron Head, and Rapid Spin.
Okay, okay. So you do hit me with the Rock Slide. And are you Jolly?
I am Adamant.
Okay. Because I was going to say, you do a nice chunk of damage there to the Mandibuzz, even though I have max defense. But what I love about this team is because I carry so much bulk and I'm able to trap your Hazard Setter-Uppers, I'm very, very easily able to get a defog off. And I actually reveal here that I carry U-turn. I was praying. I was like, Arceus, please don't let me flinch. And I don't flinch, which means I get to go off. I get my U-turn off. So I get a safe switch into Charizard Y.
And my balloon.
Obviously, I outspeed, and I'm very happy now.
My balloon popped.
Because we all know I'm that mixed Charizard with Earthquake. We all know. But now this is the type of situation where I could either go for Fire Blast and try and get heavy, heavy damage on something, or I could trap one of your mons. Anticipating maybe a Latios switch out, I do go for a Fire Spin. Thankfully, the Admiral has his glasses on, so he hits. So now I'm thinking maybe I can go into Jirachi since you're trapped, and I can force this thing to get T-Waved. So that is what I'm currently hoping. Let's see.
But
what do you go for here?
But when you switch out the Trapper to the Trap End, I do believe.
I don't think it does with Fire. Does it with Fire Spin?
Yeah, it does. I think it does with
it
all
really
of
does?
them.
I'm gonna have to look into that because I've been really struggling to figure out like how Fire Spin works. If that's true, I need to know that. I need to know that. I need to know. I need to research that. People, help Cobalt. Tell me if he's right, because that's very important information to know. But because I think maybe possibly Latios is trapped in here with me, I do go for a T-Wave. And that is what I wanted because now this thing is slower than Charizard. Obviously, it's still faster than Conqueror, but now it's at the range where Charizard can do some serious damage to it. He can no longer switch in. But now the Exegol comes in, and I'm very threatened. And then let's see. I predict obviously last time
with the Mandibuzz.
No, for going for the Earthquake?
Yeah.
So yeah, because I showed you last time that my switch was Mandibuzz, I predict you to go for a Rock Slide this time because I know you're a good player. You're not going to go for the Earthquake again. But that makes me think I can probably get a free switch in the Conqueror because I'll eat up the Rock Slide. That is in fact the case. But here you make a very wise switch out, and I don't think I play around this right. I do go for a knockoff, but you have this massive threat. Oh my goodness. You said that Pinsir and Clefable you found worked really well in testing. What interaction were you finding with those two?
Well, Clefable is really bulky and has unaware, so stops setup sweepers a bit.
Okay, so you are wanting the unaware variant.
Yeah.
I feel like I never see that anymore. I feel like I almost always see Magic Guard. That's cool. That's good to know. So,
I just want to use it, and it's actually pretty good. And then
and what attacks do you carry? What attacks do you carry on Clefable?
I carry Moonblast, Calm Mind, Moonlight, and an attack that you're gonna see later.
Okay. So honestly, right now this Clefable, I'm very, very threatened by it. My physical threat on this team is pretty much Conqueror, and that's not going to do anything to this. I do have a Darmanitan as well, but I really don't want to bring it in yet. I'm trying to save my Darmanitan for later. Currently in this battle, I'm using the Darmanitan like I use Garchomp in later battles. But my plan is, if I can get this thing paralyzed, I can either go into Jirachi and try and kill it with Doom Desire, which probably will not work because it's boosting so high. And so my hope is, having gotten the light screen up, maybe I can pass a wish to Mandibuzz, and I can Whirlwind and get rid of this Clefable and let it come back later.
Shadow Ball right here.
Which I was not happy to see. I'm really glad you didn't get the special defense drop. Doesn't matter too much because I'm not planning on staying in here against you, but I'm just really, like, I have nothing for this Clefable. Not once it's set up. So I need to go, and luckily you do go for the Calm Mind or get parried, so I can bring in Mandibuzz safely and try to Whirlwind you out. What are you even at this point? Are you at +3? I feel like you're at +3.
Yeah, I think I am.
Oh my goodness, Clefable. Too powerful. But now it's going to come down to either he needs to get parried or I need to live a Moonblast. I do have the light screen up, and I barely live it.
I don't like the bulk.
I was so amazed. I mean, I'm max HP, max defense, so I was ecstatic that I lived that. At this point, I kind of want to scout to see what type of Kyurem you are. And I also do not want anything to take a hit from this for free. So I'm very much willing to fodder my Mandibuzz at this point. It does mean I need to play carefully in the future and make sure I don't let Clefable get into a similar position against me. And let's see. So this is the mystery set. We don't know what this Kyurem is running yet.
No, we do not. Not yet.
Let's see. So you do switch out. I think I make the mistake of going for a Drain Punch.
Yeah.
I was kind of afraid of you because you're a giant, massive threat. So I let that get the best of me. I do go for a Drain Punch. It does alright damage. But now Pitts is in here, and that's kind of problematic. I've had my Jirachi actually take down a Pinsir by itself before, and that's an option, but it's not what I prefer. I'm hoping that Rotom can maybe kind of sort of deal with it. And let's see. So you show the return. So I'm assuming a UA Swords Dance boosting variant?
Yes, and this is where I get really mad.
Why do you get mad?
Because it's 1 HP.
I'm living this battle.
Then
Like I
put up a Reflect, which really destroyed me, and then you paralyzed me, which also destroyed me.
I go for the Reflect instead of the T-Wave at first because I'd rather... My plan is to go into Charizard because then I'm assuming you don't have Stone Edge. I ran to Stone Edge Pinsir in a Gravity team, but I'm assuming you don't carry it. So with a Reflect, I can take a Quick Attack or a Return and fire back with a Fire Spin. It's more accurate than Fire Blast, and from that range, it'll definitely net the kill. And if you switch out, I can always trap something. So that is the plan.
You see, if Rotom didn't survive, I would have been... You wouldn't have had that Reflect. I would have been happily destroying you.
Yeah, I was going to say, you would have been in a much better position. But that Rotom, that max HP, max defense Rotom coming through.
Much bulk.
So,
Much bulk.
I love the bulk. I'm in a great position now. Now that Pinch is gone. But now, so were you bluffing? Were you bluffing a Scarf right there?
Well,
Because
put it that way, kind of.
if you, because are you banded or scarfed? I'm putting it on the line. Which are you?
I am banded. Adamant,
So-
banded Black Kyurem.
What's your base speed? Isn't it below 100?
95, I think.
Yeah, so you bluffed the Scarf. Well, I mean, I guess you... I don't know. I feel like you would not have taken a Fire Blast that well in the sun. But yeah, I think I was terrified that you were Scarfed and that Fusion Bolt was coming, which is why I went into Jirachi. Even though it's not physical, it can handle those not super effective hits very well. I went for Protect there, useless because you switch out. But I do get my Wish back. So now I know Jirachi is going to kind of need to do some serious stalling if I'm going to get rid of this Kyurem or get it in a position where I can come in and kill it with Charizard. And then that was an excellent play on your part, because obviously Mandibuzz is gone, so there's no reason not to go for an Earthquake. It's highly unlikely
Then
to
you
beat
had
Charizard.
Reflect, which completely undermined my Earthquake.
Screens, man, dual screens like Clay.
And I
Good.
didn't see the Reflect wearing off message, so I thought that my Earthquake was going to do the same amount.
Oh no, you would have clocked me next turn. But I'm again, like, you're such a big threat. I didn't want to risk the over prediction. I don't really have anything with Earthquake, so it wasn't worth it to even just knock off an Air Balloon. So I did go for a Drain Punch. I get silly damage. But now I'm hoping between Doom Desires and you being paralyzed, I could probably stall this Latios out. I was kind of hoping you'd switch out. I'm not really afraid of this Latios. As long as it's below 50%, it's not a threat to Charizard whatsoever.
And all I'm hoping for is Parahax.
Hey, I'm the one with Serene Grace. There's no reason for you to be going for that. I'm the one with Serene Grace. Hack's supposed to be on my side here.
Yeah.
But I'm just desperately hoping you don't get the para. But I'm guessing, were you kind of intent to just fodder this thing off at this point?
I intend to paralyze you.
That's the goal. That's the mission.
Yeah,
And
there
there
you
you go. There you
There
go.
you
Oh, persistence. That's all you got to do. So lots of paras in this battle, back and forth. Now we're both paralyzed, so it's really going to kind of come down to luck at this point. Obviously, I do have Wish, Protect, and Cobalt is carrying Roost. But I'm not too afraid of this Latios, but I also don't want to just stay in here and lose Jirachi, because it's going to be very, very useful, particularly against Curum. My hope is to get a Paralyze on it so I can guarantee Darmanitan and Charizard can outspeed it. And let's see. Yeah, so what do you go out to, Cobalt?
I go into Clefable.
Good. This thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I get parried. I was probably going for a Doom Desire. And again, we're all parried. Everyone's parried. Paralyzed for everybody.
I don't like paralysis.
I love it. It's my favorite status, I think. It's
Paralysis.
so great. And see, this is the problem. Like, because I don't have Iron Head, you get 2 Calm Minds off, assuming you're not parried, before you take a Doom Desire. So this isn't exactly the most ideal situation for me to be in. I could always try and go into Darmanitan on a predicted Moonlight, and then the combination between Doom Desire and Flare Blitz would be able to take you out. And at this point, nothing on your team wants to take a Flare Blitz, so that is also an option.
Yeah. I underestimated Darmanitan's power.
I'm actually running. Well, I guess we'll leave it for a surprise. You've been leaving all the surprises with your Pokemon.
Yeah.
No one has seen.
There's
Never look at Shofu. Shofu's here. Say hi to Shofu.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not even bad. I love Clefable's little animation there. It's just adorable. So I do manage to pull off the play I was just talking about. I am able to come in on a predicted Calm Mind. And now, obviously, I'm going to go for Flare Blitz. I'm assuming you just wanted me to take damage on this thing.
Yeah.
And I have no reason not to go for Flare Blitz. You've got Curum, you've got Excadrill. Nothing on your team wants to take Flare Blitz. But now, you deceptive person, like, I'm terrified you're Scarfed. Like, I am. Take notes, people. Like, this is how you put pressure on your opponent, because I am terrified you're Scarfed. That's what is forcing me to go into Jirachi.
Kim can run anything.
It really can. It can be very versatile. Lefties, band, Scarf, even Expert Belt.
I have a lefty who's Kirim.
Good lord! Look at that outrage. That's a resisted hit, but that's still doing a lot. But I am happy to see that. Assuming Jirachi decides not to get paralyzed, I can. Nope, never mind.
It's a
Can't
2
live
KO.
it. Can't live it. I was hopeful.
Adamant Banded Black Kirim can 1-hit KO Frothorn with reason.
Oh my gosh, that's the power.
Precise comparison.
That 170 attack. That was the 3-turn outrage. I just went the Conqueror because I needed the fodder or something, without a doubt. So I'm not in the best position right now. Based on the damage, now I'm like, all right, now you're banded. Like, now I know. Now I know you're banded. So now I can go into Shofu and go for Flare Blitz, because there's no reason for me not to.
And
you've got Excadrill, Curum, and Latios.
Takes out my entire team.
Shofu is power.
For
Hi, Shofu.
Game.
Shout out to Shofu. But I did want to try this Darmanitan with the Trapping Charizard Y. With so much T-Wave support. This is actually a Jolly Adamant Darmanitan, so I do outspeed his Adamant Banded Curum. With so much T-Wave support, and obviously Sunny Day support, this thing hits like a truck with Choice Banded Flare Blitz. So I wanted to give it a try. I've also used Scarf variants.
Wait, did you say your Darmanitan is Jolly Adamant?
Wow. Yep, it's both. It's both. New meta. It is Jolly Choice Banded. And then I have an Adamant Choice Scarf variant as well.
Wait.
So this is Jolly Band.
Wait. So who's your hazard setter?
I'm not running a hazard setter on this variant of the team, because it's normally Garchomp with a Mon in the last slot. But yeah, if you look at this variant of the team, there's no hazards. It's just Charizard to trap their hazards, and then Mandibuzz to defog them away.
So I could have used Garchomp there.
Could have. I want a lot of different Mons in the place to draw Darmanitan, but on this variant of the team, I do not have hazards. I do have the screens, though, and that is the reason I won the Trapping Charizard Y, because I can get rid of your hazards defog, and then I'm free to set up my double screens without having to defog my own screens away. So I really enjoyed the synergy there with the Trapping Charizard Y.
Yeah.
But that is the battle. An absolutely amazing battle. Very, very intense. I know I was really just engaged on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Someone told me that for my team I could work really well with Bisharp, so now I get a few adjustments.
Oh, that's cool. So what have you changed around since this battle?
I replaced Bisharp for Excadrill, and I put in Mandibuzz for Latios, or I just made Latios a defog variant.
Gotcha. Very cool. Well, Cobalt, thank you so much for the amazing battle. Thank you so much for supporting Rocket HQ. If you're looking to battle myself or Cobalt, the Rocket HQ stream is not a bad place to be. Cobalt, do you have anything else you want to say to the Rocket people before you sign off?
Beware of me.
Beware! The confidence.
Never know what I'm running. You never know what I'm playing. I make very good mind games, and then I make very stupid plays that may seem like I'm playing mind games.
This battle turned into a resume.
Just gotta watch out.
I don't even know. But Cobalt, it's an absolute pleasure to interact with you. To all the other members of the Rocket HQ community, this could be you. We are always taking viewer submissions. Click on the button right below this video. Go to the Google Drive. There's a document on how to submit viewer submissions. If you like this team, check out the Prezi. Click the button right below this video. In-depth walkthrough of this team, and you can see every video I've ever used this team in. Follow us on Twitter to know when we're streaming. Obviously, hit us up on Twitch. And remember, you can be a part of Rocket HQ. We are more than just content creators. We are an organization dedicated to changing the Pokemon community for the better. So thank you all so much for the support. This is Admin Umbra and Cobalt signing off for Rocket HQ.
See ya.